when you knew acting was the path you wanted to go on, was there specific roles you wanted to play, or kind of just like naturally happened?
I think it naturally happened, but it is in alignment with what I wanted to play. It's not that I went out for those roles, because most actors will tell you, like, we audition for whatever we can audition for, or whatever we get in the beginning of our careers. It just so happens that I've always wanted to do action. I've always wanted to be some type of hero. And so it just so happens that a lot of my characters end up playing into that, but it's not that I intentionally only auditioned for those. I auditioned for all of them. Yeah. Those are the ones that I got.
Yeah. It's so funny how life works. Like, you may have this interest right now, meaning it may not seem like, okay, how am I working towards this? And when you finally get there, like, okay, everything makes sense now.
Everything
like, I'm here
and
this is what I sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
everything
that's so great.
Sense.
Yeah. And then would you say that, was there a time where you filmed like a certain like movie or series and you like played that role and you're like, wow, this hit me very deep because it's something that I've experienced like off camera in real life? Have you ever had that experience?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I've had it several times. There was a time where on Batwoman we did a Black Lives Matter episode, and Cameras, his character Luke, gets shot, and all of us have, even if you don't know a person that has, felt it within our community of that experience. So that's one example. Another example is that I played a mom who was in the midst of, she was being domestically abused. And I know women who had gone through that. And so that weighed so heavy on me. And it took me like a few weeks to kind of get out of that. So definitely I've experienced, and maybe it's so interesting how community works and how, empathy works. It doesn't necessarily have to happen to you for you to be able to feel what's really happening. You know, I think that kind of, steps into everything that's going on in our society now. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to happen to you for you to take a moment and empathize with what's going on.
Yeah. And when you do decide to like take a moment and like heal and stuff, what do you do in that process? Like, how do you heal? Like, some people, it could be some form of like therapy, music, like just hanging out with family, calling someone. Like,
definitely finding like other joys. To be honest with you, like, I have so much joy in what I do for a living. Like, honestly, so much joy in it. I will find other joys, like hanging out with friends, but really rest. Like, when I get to sleep, I feel like people don't understand the power of sleep. Not only does your body get to heal, but your mind heals, your spirit heals. And so like a lot of sleep and a lot of water usually helps me start feeling rejuvenated and kind of healed from whatever it is that I was going through.
That's so great. It's so funny because I saw a quote the other day that's saying people don't understand, as an adult, sleep means everything.
Everything.